Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can hear, I'm not feeling 100% right now. I sound worse than I feel. I don't feel as bad as I sound. I can tell you guys that. I felt way worse yesterday, but today I feel a little bit better. I have just really bad sinusitis. It's the worst I've experienced it, to be honest with you. I've never felt it like this ever before. But I think it's because I've been just pushing myself too much for the past couple of weeks, and now it's just hit me full force. But my boyfriend is in my bedroom watching TV. That's what you just heard. There isn't an accident outside. But yeah, so I've been experiencing like cold-like symptoms. Don't worry about it. It's not COVID. It's just sinusitis. I've been taking a whole heap of sinus medication and it's responding, so I don't feel as bad. Let me try to take you guys, just move you guys around so I can do what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna try cleaning the kitchen. I made breakfast, nothing serious at all. I just put some waffles in the oven, following Steven, and I had eggs, that's all. Yeah, I wish I had more energy to be, vibesy and thing with the video, but I really don't. I am gonna make some coffee, and I decided to just talk to you guys a little bit because there are a few things that, based on the comment section. So guys, let me tell you, it's like I don't follow my content board anymore. I just go based off my life, anything that happens in the days that I want to talk to you guys about, or if I'm doing something and I remember a story or a lesson, I'll tell you guys. But most times I go through the comment section of my videos and I see what you guys are asking and I just respond. That's all. So hear what now, guys. I did a video on becoming a financial advisor at Sagicor, right? And since I've done that video, one sec, I get so many, I think I'm just gonna do probably some ginger tea instead of coffee, right? Since doing that video, I get so many DMs, so many comments under my videos about just things financial advisor related. So I've decided that I'm gonna use this video to talk more, not just about financial matters, but just if you're in sales or you're looking to go into something that has to do with sales, right? Can I get this open? Any at all? Can I get this open? Right. Oh my god, it's finally open. And guys, now I have this open, I change my mind. I think I want to do some coffee. I think I want to do some coffee instead. I'm gonna do coffee. What am I gonna do with this now? I'm opening it. I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably drink it later. I'm gonna put it in my fridge, see if that can work. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna do some coffee instead. I'm gonna just sweat on it, whoops it up, or whatever you gangster people say. I'm a coffee then now, man. It's like my brain not here. See my bleach out shirt. Well, I'm afraid for showing you nothing nowadays, When I don't know, say, I don't tell you, say, I wear bleach out clothes I wear when I don't know the Schweppes. I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, say, when I used, the other day I was going through my Instagram, I was going through my archives, my Instagram story archives, and I was looking at some of my snaps. Guys, if me did have some sense, me would have started a YouTube channel when I was a financial advisor at Sagicor. I had so many experiences. I had so much adventure when I was at Sagicor, because the beauty about Sagicor, let me just move you guys right here. So the beauty about Sagicor is that you literally work where you want to work. And if you know anything about me, I'm a busybody. I don't like staying one place too long, so I never really like working Kingston. It's just too chuck up, and I know most people in Kingston already, so I wanted to meet new people and and that's why I decided to go out of town. So I used to work out of town a lot, and just going through my Instagram archives, I'm like, yo, the experiences I have had, the things I've gone through, it would have made a whole YouTube channel. Like, it's just a whole lead. You know, one time I said I was gonna work in St. Elizabeth. I used to be on St. Elizabeth a lot, because you know, you get one client at St. Elizabeth and the one client recommended to somebody else, and then you have to end up back down at St. Elizabeth until you have a local client base in St. Elizabeth. So that's what's happening. So I was there all the time. Now, me as a businesswoman, just strict business alone, I've always been that kind of person. I say, all right, I can't be going down there. That's gas. Plus accommodation, and that is equivalent or greater than how much I'm gonna get paid for these matters. So what I do is I would just have like a St. Elizabeth week, where I just see everybody I need to see in St. Elizabeth for that week, and I wouldn't stay in any fancy hotels or anything of the sort. I used to just there's this guest house, guys. I don't remember the name of the guest house right now. I don't even know if it's a guest house, but I don't even know if it's legal, to be honest with you. If we could only find the clip to show you how you get there, you have to drive through like a cane field. You have to drive through a cane field, and the track on the cane field, after you come through the cane field, or a little bit before the cane field, the tract of land that you have to go on, it's like rock stone. It's like, oh my god, it have no street light, no nothing at all. So just imagine me around there so much like late at night. But you see, at the end of the cane field, you have this guest house there. People from Sainty, help me out if you know what I'm talking about. It's close to when I remember the name of the community, I tell you. The name of the community, man. Oh my goodness. All right, follow me. You have Treasure Beach, and if you come back, Watchwell, close to Watchwell. There's like a guest house through a cane piece down there, so close to Watchwell. It have probably like 14 rooms, and let me tell you, you get one suite for like $2,000, $3,000 a night. And when I say suite, I mean suite. You have a kitchen, not kitchenette. You have a kitchen. You have a living room. You have a veranda. You have a balcony. You have a bedroom, a huge bedroom. You have a bathroom there. Everything. It just comes like a whole. It's like home away from home, and it's like $2,500, $3,000 a night. So you know, so every time I go to St. Elizabeth, that's where I stay. But the thing is, when I'm kind of afraid when I did that, I never used to sleep none at all, because I'm me alone usually there. No other guests not normally there. I'm me alone, and as a woman, it kind of make you a little bit, you know, feel too comfortable. So I never used to sleep any at all. I used to just like lay down in bed and just, you know, when you doze off but you're not sleeping. How do I say this? You're lightly sleeping. I used to be so afraid. I used to sleep with like a weapon in my hand, just in case anybody come in on me. But those are the things I used to do in order to make sure I was still profitable and I could still have my adventures. Because as a financial advisor, you know, you don't have to do this any at all. You don't have to. So not because you see me I do it, it means that you have to do it. You don't have to do it, none at all. But I wanted, that sense of adventure is what I wanted and what I went after. I wanted to make money while still experiencing Jamaica and still meeting all these different set of people. That's what I wanted. So even though I stayed in this place and I was so afraid, I appreciated the experience. The owners of the guest house, they were so nice to me all the time. I don't remember their name, but I think one of them come from England. They were so nice to me. Them asking what you want for drink, eat, whatever, and they probably don't have it, they'll send out for it. They're just so welcoming. And if I had never operated in this manner while I was at Sagicor, I would never have met these people. I have so many experiences like this. Just in other parts of the island. I used to work literally all around the island. At some point, I'd probably think that, you know, sometimes I get sad because I don't want to talk to my father to see, you know, we can exchange stories, because this is literally what he used to do. He used to do sales, not in finance or whatever. He used to sell mops. He do sales, he jump in his truck 4 o'clock on a Monday morning, and he would not return until like 4 o'clock Friday evening. He'd just go around the island the whole week and sleep at hotels or guest house, just like what I used to do. So sometimes it made me feel a little bit sad, because I'd want to talk to Daddy about it and say, Daddy, guess what I did? You ever stay here? What do you think about this place? You know, what do you think about that road? This is what I used to do. And then one time, guys, this next time, I was working in Sav. And this client called me, top shelf client. Like, imagine somebody call you and say them want insurance for the whole of them office and they're the boss. So I decided I was gonna cut from Sav to go. He was in Mobe. Cut from Sav to go to Mobe. And if you guys know anything about the road, you know that you're gonna have to go over that hill. I forget the name of the hill, but there's a hill between Sav and Mobe. That's what I did, and guess what? It was pouring. I probably tried to find some of these snaps in my IG archive so you can see, but it was pouring. I mean, I go over this hill. Some little precipice thing I talk about, you know, some breeder things I got through. Not got through for like, it's not in a it's not a negative connotation. It's more wow, adventure, experience, excitement. I go through these things. And it used to be work for me. It's work. Can you imagine? I had so much fun, and it was work. So anyway, I ended up getting to Mobe, sold what I needed to sell, and then I decided that I was gonna stay in Mobe and I was just gonna work the North Coast instead. And that turned out to be an adventure in and of itself. So this is not what I really wanted the video to be about. Let me try to work this back into like something financial, right? So if you want to go into sales, as a financial advisor at Sagicor, this is a benefit that you can get. This is a benefit that is attached to the job. I think you can also, let me get this straight, you can be a financial advisor and be very corporate, wear a suit every day, and you know, just go around Kingston to the various offices and to the various people. You can be that type. You can drive your very low nice car, and just work in Kingston and have a great life. If you're that type, that profession would work for you too. But if you're more like me, where you don't like the office thing, you don't like the corporate thing, and you don't really like Kingston, this profession can also work for you, because that's what I did. I jumped in my van, I'd wear jeans and a button down. I'd always look professional, but not corporate, like 3-piece suit and blah blah blah, like jeans and a button down. And sometimes I'd wear heels, sometimes I wouldn't. It depends on where I was gonna go, where I was gonna work. For example, one time I was working in St. Mary. There's this hill, so on the highway, I forget the name of the community, but there's a community. The sign is on the highway. It's not highway. It's a highway, but not a toll highway. The sign is on the highway. When you go into the community, it's flat. But the more you go into the community, you start going up a hill. Listen, my van has a setting on it. I forget the name of the setting because I'm not really into vehicles like that, but you only use that setting when your van is basically like this. So this is it ordinarily. When your van is like this, you use this setting because you need all the traction. That's the only time I've ever used my vehicle in that setting. I went on a hill like this steep to go work. Obviously I'm not gonna wear heels there, but yeah, if you're like me, this profession can work for you too. You just have to make it your own. You have to figure out what you like to do and just do it. You can't make it be a case where you're gonna try to fit a mold. In whatever you do in life, don't ever try to fit into a mold. It's not worth it. You're gonna lose your sense of self. You're gonna lose your sense of pride. And those are two things you should never allow to happen. You have to always remain proud in who you are and just be grounded in your sense of self, you know? So, I mean, I started out like that at Sagicor because I didn't know any better. Started out very corporate, used to hang out at all the corporate spots until I realized that, yo, this is not me and this is making me miserable. I just did what I wanted to do and while still doing my job, and it worked out. But yeah, so for everybody who keeps messaging me, let me tell you what to keep messaging me about. I'm gonna answer them here. One, ask me about insurance college. It's not a college like UE or UTech or MCU, where it's a 4-year degree, 4-year program that you have to sit. It's literally just like some short courses that you do. You have to do these in order to get licensed to sell insurance. I believe I only did 2 short courses. I believe those are the only 2 short courses you'll need to do in order to become an advisor at Sagicor, Guardian, or any insurance house. I believe the names are equity. You have to do a course in equity, which is basically stock, and you have to do a course in long-term something. I forget the name of it, but that's the one that has to do with insurance, right? These are short courses. Another question I got is how long the courses take. I can't tell you because I never actually went to insurance college. I kind of just showed up for the exam because I was working in law at that time. I was straddling both at the same time. So I couldn't go to the classes. I just get the book and I study on my own, and I just showed up for the exam. I don't know how long the course is. Another question I get is if you can just go do the course on your own and then you go to Sagicor or Guardian to sign up for a job. I don't know. I never did that. What I did, and I said it in the video, I believe, or I had a Zoom meeting a while back regarding this. If you want to get into Sagicor or you want to get into Guardian, you want to get into the insurance field, the easiest way is to actually approach the host first, approach the insurance host first. Tell them you'd like to submit a resume. Submit a resume. If they like you, they will sign you up to go and do the exams. They'll sign you up for the courses. You'll sign you up to go and learn on these things. So instead of you doing all of this on your own, just approach the insurance host. They will register you for whichever course you need to do, and you just show up to the courses, learn, and then you show up to the exam. That's the easiest way to go. I don't like talking about things unless I have experience in them. I don't have experience in the formal, which is to just doing it first and then going into insurance. So I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. I can tell you what I did and I can tell you what I was supposed to do, but I can't tell you the other thing. Another question I get a lot is how long in between you sitting the exam and you becoming a full-time employee of Sagicor? That's a very complicated question. We have to unpack that. So the thing about it is that you guys are getting tired. I'm gonna just switch around to my living room. By the way, my living room was clean. I don't want to clean, it was straighten. It was straighten, but we're not going to judge. God, hold on. Guys, work with me for a sec, please. Right. This is where I've been hanging out, so that's why it looks so. I was just sorry here. I slept here the other night. I fell asleep here. Anyway, right. So it's a question I'm gonna have to unpack because it's complete. Everybody's journey is different. The insurance industry is a little bit different. It's not like a regular job where everybody starts at this time after you clear your exams. No, what happens is that you sit your exams. If you pass your exams, you then have to go get trained by Sagicor. I'm going to talk about Sagicor because that's where I used to work. You're going to have to get trained by Sagicor, and then after you get trained by Sagicor, they then say, all right, now that you've been trained, we're going to test your knowledge, but it's in a practical way. They give you something known as a pre-contract, which, as the name suggests, is something before your actual contract starts. So in this case, it's actually a condition, a precondition of you being able to be being contracted by Sagicor. So what it means is that they tell you, all right, now that we've taught you about all these products, we want you to go and sell these products to X amount of people and demonstrate proper knowledge of these products to these people. They tell you how many people they want you to go out and talk to. They tell you how much in insurance they would like to see you introduce to these people, and they give you different criteria. But the thing about it is that it is all on a timeline. There's a deadline on it. So if you don't satisfy all these requirements within the specific or the specified time, then you would have failed your pre-contract, and therefore you would either have to start over your pre-contract if the manager allows, or you just get flushed out of the system. Now, that's why I said the time between you passing your exam and you getting contracted, it's different for most people. even the pre-contract time is different for some people. Some people get 6 weeks, some people get 3 weeks. If you clear your pre-contract in a week, then your pre-contract is cleared. You move on to the next phase. You understand? I don't think you can clear it in a week though. No, but just an example. So after you pass your pre-contract, you then your file has to then be sent to head office for them to put you in the system, and that's gonna take like a couple of weeks too. After they do that, then you get contracted by Sagicor. So as you can see, it's a very complicated process. But as I said in my last video, and I said in my Zoom meeting, if you want to get into the insurance house, if you want to get into Sagicor, just DM me, just let me know, and I'll put you in touch with a manager. You can just move from there. It's that simple. Instead of you trying to do everything on your own, if you're sure you want to do this, then just go just apply. Just start with applying. That's all. Makes sense to try to prepare yourself, because there's a good chance you're gonna probably repeat all of them things. So just apply. That's it. But I can tell you, when I was there, I had some really good experiences there. I created a lot of good experiences for myself, particularly because I used to work out of town a lot. I used to go around town, around Jamaica a whole heap, and I used to stay at these random places. I mean, at the time I used to be so afraid, but sometimes I was just excited. I met so many people. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I decided to buy a Pajero, because I wanted a heavy duty SUV, something that could manage the terrain of Jamaica. That's why I ended up with that. That's one of the reasons I ended up with that vehicle. But yeah, so that's pretty much what. And last thing, a lot of people asking me about skincare routine. Guys, I'm gonna pick up by now that I'm like literally not that girly to have a skin routine, and I'm too cheap to have like a real skin routine. I'm not supposed to pick that up by now. Let me tell you what I do though. Disclaimer, I've been to the dermatologist. I went to the dermatologist the other day because I have really bad eczema. I've been having really bad eczema, so I decided to go to the dermatologist I needed some chemical things, because I've been trying the natural ways and nothing's been happening. So I want to go get some real chemical on my face this time to get rid of my eczema. It was getting so bad that when I was at the gym, right, these places started burning. They started getting red and flaky, and they started burning. So I went to the dermatologist. She gave me some eczema things. But aside from that, I washed my face with Neutrogena cream cleanser. It's like $2,100. And that's the only expensive thing I use on my face. That's the most expensive thing I use on my face. After I wash my face, I think if I were to gander, if I were to imagine what's happening, I think the reason my skin is like this is because I don't use rags and towels on my face. I don't use rags and towels on my face. I use paper towel to dry my face. Paper towel, that's all. Because I use it, pat my face, dispose of it. I don't rub my face, I pat it, because my skin is very delicate. The next thing is that you guys know I'm a germaphobe, so I don't put my hand in my face any at all. I try to avoid touching my face, and if I touch my face, I feel like I need to go wash it because germaphobe. I'm very particular with my skincare, just the processes, I'll tell you. I'm very particular with that. So for example, I wash my face last, so I'll shower. After shower, I wash my face, and then how my bathroom is set up, I have my towel here, and then I have paper towel over here. So as soon as I dry off my skin, my body, I don't dry off my body. I leave some water on there because I moisturize with the same body butter you guys always see me with, Eve Hair, Skin and Nails. I use her body butter, and I moisturize my body. I also use what's the name of the oil, man? What's the name of the oil? Jojoba oil. Some places on my skin. So for example, my elbows, I use jojoba oil here because I feel like they need more moisture. But then, so after I do all of this, I then wash my hands, and then I pat dry my face with paper towel. and I don't touch anything at all. I don't touch the door, nothing. I just go directly for a piece of cotton. I get a piece of cotton and I put my homemade toner on it, and I wipe it all over my face. My homemade toner have a whole heap of things that suit my skin. So witch hazel, a whole heap of things I put in there. But yeah, so I use that, and then I use jojoba oil to moisturize my skin. I don't use a whole heap. I use probably 2 drops. That's why I tell you it works out to be cheap, because I buy a bottle this big. It costs me like $20 something, but it lasts forever because I use like 2 drops. Because my skin is moist, it's moist from the toner. I just come so and I pat it into my skin, and that's all. I don't use anything else on my skin at all. When I went to the dermatologist the other day, she was telling me I need to start using sunblock. So she gave me this new moisturizer with sunblock. It's this Aveeno one or whatever. It burned me because it's so small and it's so expensive. So I had to buy it, but I don't really use it, which is bad because I really do need sun protection. But that's it, guys. I don't really have much going on my skin at all. Not at all. My homemade toner have like witch hazel, aloe vera. Sometimes I put lavender in it. Sometimes I put peppermint. It's just different, you know what I mean? But it's cheap. That's what I love about it. It's cheap. It's stretched. So I don't really put anything fancy. But yeah, guys, so this video was more of I usually have a very like a clear topic that I'm going to talk about, but this time around I felt like I wanted to just address some things in my comments and my DM, some common topics, and it just led me to talk about sales and how to basically get the best experience in sales, and to answer some of the questions you have about working at Sagicor. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for you right now. I'm gonna straighten up my place. I'm gonna clean my kitchen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.